Jet Runner the King. Jet Runner the King. Jet Runner the King. Jet Runner the King.
What's going on, y'all? Yo, so check it. So I was sitting here, man, and I had like an idea. I did a video like a while back about ESBC's history, right? Yo, if you go on my channel, as a matter of fact, what's up, Get Good? If you go on my channel, I actually have a video there. Hold on, you know what? Let me pull it up real quick, just in case y'all ain't went by and peeped it yet. And I did one on the history. And the reason I did it was basically for anybody who like was kind of like new to the community. All right. So I know y'all probably heard that out loud. And I was thinking to myself, man, you know what? Like ESBC has changed like so much. It's changed so much, yo, since it started. I kind of wanted to do it again, but I wanted to do like a live one this time and actually talk with y'all and get like questions at the same time while we was going over the review. All right. So Pete, I'm gonna give y'all. So if a lot of y'all don't know, dude, I've been covering this game for like a long time, like a long time. Juice, what up, man? So I go back pretty far. I want to say all the way back to like April of last year is actually when I started like covering the game. But I actually saw the game long before that. Crazy story was couldn't actually like do videos on it because I had hip surgery. So I was like chilling and recovering, and like I was reading all the news about the game, yo, but I couldn't cover anything. So uh homie, if Mayweather gonna be in the game, that'd be sick. Is he the announcement? Dude, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of been trying to get a little bit out of the developers to see if they'll kind of like drop something, but I don't know. I wish I knew. I'm just at a loss as y'all are. I really don't believe anybody knows except for them. So it would be dope. Him or Canelo, either one of them would be dope. So yeah, getting back to it. So back in April, all right. So this is for anybody who's new. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna take this live video and I'm probably gonna have it like chopped up. I'm probably just gonna take it and just have it edited and stuff, and so anybody can come back and like see the history like passing now. So I said what back in April, right? So back in April, that I actually saw this article from a man Brian here. All right. And I want y'all to know something. This dude has got the same picture everywhere. I don't think I've seen a different picture of Brian. It's always like this same joint. So, um, I read this article, dude, and if y'all look at the animation here, all right, and y'all can clearly see that this video is like it's a no go no more. This video's gone. Oh, they pulled that, but this is what ESBC used to look like. This is what we was going to get at first, and that is nutty to me because this game has come so far. All right, this was in April. This is April of last year, April 21st, 2020, 3:46 a.m. EDT. All right. So in this article, dude starts covering like the game. This was the only game at the time that I actually thought was coming out, was this Mike Tyson's virtual boxing. And it turned out that, dude, this was a gambling game. I was like, what? Because if y'all go check, y'all should search this game. Search this game on YouTube if you haven't, and check and see what it looks like. Y'all are gonna be blown away when you actually see what this game looks like. I thought we was about to get the best thing ever. Had an explosion in quality. Yeah, man. Like, dude, look at this. Look at this. This looks like, dude, you know how they say peg dispensers? Dude, all you gotta do is put some little switches in their backs. You know what I'm saying? Rock'em sock'em robots all day long. Head just probably just popping back all crazy. Dude, look, this is what we was about to get. All right. There wasn't a whole lot of detail in this article, but it was enough to get you really hyped up, right? Because you look and dude, we hadn't had a game since 2011's Fight Night Champion. Like that is eons ago. Like nobody should be upset, yo, at getting a boxing game right now. Yeah, it's crazy to me how there's people out there who are still mad that we are going to get a boxing game in 2021. Like it's been forever. This boxing has been in the virtual world, like a for real legit like boxing game, right? So Mike Tyson virtual boxing looks phenomenal. Yes, dude, like it looks crazy. And I really thought that we was about to transition into something absolutely mind-blowing when I first saw that, yo. And then I got hit in the heart. They was like, it's a gambling game. Like you don't actually really fight at all, yo. It's like it's a gambling game. Looks like a great value version of round 4. Yeah, man. And mind you, okay, this was a trailer. This was not even gameplay. So we all know that gameplay and the trailers usually are two completely different things. You know what I'm saying? Like what you get from the pre-trailer versus the actual gameplay, yeah, that's two totally different worlds. You know what I'm saying? All this is CG stuff, and like the gameplay is just something completely different. So, dude, I was still hyped though at the fact that we was actually going to get a boxing game. I couldn't believe it. And the one thing that stood out to me was the company, because, dude, I've been around this world for a while, man. Yeah, I've been a gamer for a long time. I've played Street Fighter, Fortnite, Tekken, um, dude, you like, dude, you name it, all the fighting games. I'll take you back, and I had never heard of Steel City. Like Steel City Interactive, yo, what is a Steel City Interactive? So I went to Googling them, and then I found them on Twitter. Then come to find out, they were like a real small, dude. I think at the time, you really only could find out that it was like two people. It was Ash and, oh man, I getting the other name off the top of my head. But anyway, two names is all you could find, right? So this was the article that really kind of like, this is what set it off for me, especially when PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So of course, immediately I'm like, yo, they leaving out next gen, but they got the capabilities of doing next gen with the PC. All right, so I kind of knew where they was going. All right, so boom, that was all the way in April. All right, next thing I caught was my man again. Same picture. I see you, dog. I see what you're doing. All right, so he's got another one, and this, okay, I want y'all to know that this is what set it off big time for me, because this is where we got to see like an actual roadmap. Okay, now date June, so April 21st to June 26th. When I say that ESBC's dev team has been grinding, I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. All right, y'all saw the pictures from the previous, right? That was back in April. So in June, this is when they announced that they hooked up with 1024. All right. If any of y'all don't know who 1024 is, they not too long ago did the game Death Stranding. All right. Death Stranding is known to have probably some of the best graphics that came out of last year. I'm pretty sure Death Stranding had the best graphics the year that it dropped. All right. But the roadmap that they put out, all right, was unlike anything that I had ever heard of before. All right. Dude, they was talking RPG mechanics in a boxing game. Dude, I was like, yo, what? How you gonna turn a boxing game to an RPG? At first, it kind of like rubbed me a little funny. Like, what do you mean? RPG mechanics in a boxing game, yo? But then I started looking at some of the other stuff. All right. Our story, Esports Boxing Club, has grown organically, which it did. And mind you, during this time, it was still relatively unknown. A lot of people still didn't know about it. But they had fighters signed. Ricky Hatton, Frank Bruno, like Javier Fortuna. Like, dude, they had names. All right. They had names. Joe Joyce, Scott Quigg. Dude, this was all back before people started getting like the Twitter, like pictures of Joe Joyce, all that kind of stuff. Like this stuff was out there. Like it was out there. Signed current and former world champions for multiple stables across the globe. This partnered with the WBC as our premier governing body in ESBC. Dude, what? Like, what? Give me what boxing game had this type of backing? Now I get it. People are gonna be like, well, EA had mad people, like, dude, EA is a huge company. All right. EA is a AAA developer too. You're talking what I said was all I could find was 2-man, right? 2-man company. I'm sure they was bigger than that, but 2 men is the only faces that you could see. They were partnering with the WBC. Dude, when I seen that, the WBC they're not going to get behind any old game. All right. Like, nobody just gets behind a venture like that without already seeing something that says, yo, this is probably about to be a hit. All right. So partner with the WBC. Then I kept reading, and it was like, We also have prestigious Ring Magazine, IBF, BBBFC involved in this groundbreaking boxing experience, too. Like all of them companies behind this game. So, I want to address something real quick, all right? Because I seen out there where people were like, "Oh no, the content creators, y'all got to quit hyping up the game. Y'all got to quit doing this. What happens if it come out and it's trash? Like y'all are lying to people." Like, understand something, all right? The print is already out there that more than likely this game is going to be successful. Something catastrophic would have to come along to like ruin this game. All right. People like this don't put their backing behind something that's just going to fail. All right. Like it don't like, dude, the business of things just, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have to really step on their own feet at this point and like destroy this game for it not to be something successful. All right. So it's not that the content creators are out there because people are like, oh well, you got the big guys out there like Fanatico and Study and I'm gonna go ahead and say Coach's Corner out there like hyping the game. Shout outs to Fanatico, Study and them. Concept Reese. Speaking of, quick plug real quick. Y'all should go to Concept Reese's channel if y'all haven't been there. Go check them all out. Everybody know Fatico. Everybody know Study by this point. Concept Reese though, y'all might want to check out some of my man's videos. The dude makes actually really good content, man. Like I be checking his stuff out all the time. But anyway, coming back. So they're like, yo, you guys are out there like hyping the game up. No, man. Like there's a reason that we speak highly of the game. It's not that we haven't criticized it. I myself have criticized certain things up until this point. So it's not like we ain't throwing shade here and there. You know what I mean? But I mean, feedback, man. Like if y'all been in my channel long enough, y'all know I've always said feedback. All feedback is good feedback as long as it's constructive, right? So we've done that. But yes, this big. All right, keep going. ESBC esports tournaments, the WBC and the Ring Magazine titles. Players from all over the world will be able to take part in the broadcasted World Championship fights. Okay, now, actually, excuse me, I had some notes written down. So I don't know if any of y'all saw need more heavyweights in the game. I hope we at least get the Fight Night champion heavy roster. I mean, it would be dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to do like I heard somebody ask like, can we get like a heavyweight, just like a fighter release show? I can't say it won't happen. You know, they might dedicate one to just straight heavyweights. The heavyweight division seems to be one that's extremely highlighted, though. You know what's crazy though is that I'm surprised that more people ain't talking about the ones fighting at 147, because 147 might be one of the hottest divisions right now. Dude, 154, another hot division. 160, dude, another hot division. 130 and 135. Dude, I'm like any one of these divisions right now could probably get their own fighter release, yo. Get their own fighter release show. But I want Errol Spence Jr. That's the name I'm looking forward to. Look, I tell you what, they do a fighter release show and I'm streaming that joint live and they drop ESJ, I might fall out my chair, B. ESJ would be it. All right. So back to the history, all right? So, all right. After the most recent fighter release, they had a Q&A. The devs did. Aimbot, Mean Man, Debbie on stage security. If y'all are in the Discord at all, they had a Q&A right after. It lasted for, I think it was almost 2 hours. It was quite an hour, some change. It was a while. Um, and they did address a certain things. One of the things was the tournaments. Now that was something that we kind of didn't. We really didn't have any like information on the tournaments like at all, right? And I know I've raised the question a couple times. What are these tournaments actually going to be like? What what weight classes are they going to be in? How are they going to do it? Like, are they going to just split up the heavyweights? Love your channel, man. In the beginning, 9 men, just a few up front, 3 to 5. Yeah, dude. Like it. It wasn't that. Dude, it wasn't that many. Appreciate the love though. Um, see, man, stuff like that. Yo, I love y'all, man. Shout outs to y'all, yo. Shout outs to y'all. I looked at my channel analytics today. I know I keep getting off topic. I looked at my channel analytics today, man, and I saw 142 subscribers in the last 28 days. Yo, that's nuts for me, yo. Like that's bananas, man. That's huge. Appreciate y'all though. Always coming back. Always riding with the coach, man. Y'all keep, dude. I'm gonna keep, like I said, keep grinding. That's just coach's mentality, b. Poll in the house was good, homie. Just going through this whole ESBC. I'm trying to iron everything out for people who got questions and stuff out there right now. People who may not have been around following this show like from the beginning. So, where was I at? Q&A. Hope also. Egg and toast was good, man. I hope also that users edit existing and DLC boxes, attribute stats, power ratings for offline use only. Dude, so in the beginning, like character creator was probably it was dude, like character creator and boxer share. Those were the two biggest things that were like asked for. Everybody wanted a really in-depth character creator. Everybody wanted boxer share. ESBC later came out and said, "Yo, we're gonna have an enormous, like, super in-depth character creator." Boxing share is something that was kind of like talked about, but like we don't necessarily know. You know what I mean? So, look, I would say anybody that's looking forward to or hoping that there is a boxer share feature, I would say keep your hopes up. Dude, we're at the point with this game where nothing seems out of the picture at this point. Anything is possible. Like literally anything is possible right now, yo, with these dudes. Cause they listen to the community, man, and they're grinding, like big time grinding. So yeah, man, I would say keep making recommendations to them whenever you get the chance. Keep making recommendations out there because they're listening to you. And all game developers don't do that, yo. All game developers do not listen to the community. Is DLC $5 per character or a bunch of them? All right, so DLC. I was going to get to that. You know what? As a matter of fact, hold up. I'll get to that later on. So tournaments. Now they did say during the Q&A that basically you would have like a regional and then you would have like a world like championship. And when you go challenge for that belt, y'all are actually going to be in place. This is not going to be like some online coach, they need tendencies and capabilities for creative characters. Yeah, I think you should be able to get in depth and like really like create your character. You should be able to really like mold your character, yo. Like, dude, with a coach's brain, there's so much that I could get in there and do if I was creating a character. That's what we do in real life. We mold people into fighters. Do you think we'll see any of the YouTube boxes like KSI or Logan Paul? That's a real common question. Like we get that a lot. And as far as I know, no. But going back to what I just said, I can't say no for certain. I don't know 100% that they're not going to be in there. You know what I'm saying? I think, I'll put it to you like this. We just got MMA fighters. We just got some MMA fighters in there. So could we actually get like the YouTube guys? Maybe. Logan Paul is he's an actual boxer. You know? So it could very well fight night champion in round 4. The users edit existing DLC boxes stats, and it worked flawlessly. Yeah, man. And I know there's a group of people out there who they're like modders and all that type of stuff. Um, they would have a field day with something like that. They would have an absolute field day. And you know how many Fiverr accounts would get created, man, if they was able to let you go in there and just edit people. You would have editors out there offering up their services to create any character you wanted, man. But them working with 1024, having the graphical ability that they currently have, like I said, man, like, so any idea that anybody's got right now, you might very well see it in the game once it releases. So who knows, man? I'd rather them have them than MMA guys. And I don't want them. Yeah, like I know the MMA fighters have rubbed people kind of wrong because it's like, why are they there, right? Do you need MMA fighters in a boxing game? Personally, I'll say no. I don't like when I seen Cyborg, I was like, you know what? Like, is she turned pro and I didn't see it, you know? But the best thing I can say, man, is just be open minded. You ain't got to pick them and play them. They may be there, but you ain't got to choose them. Can you guess who the major star is that they're announcing? No idea. No idea. I know who I would want it to be. I personally, I'll give you three. I'll give you Mayweather, Canelo, or ESJ. Those would be my top three. And y'all would see me lose my mind if they dropped any one of those names. They need to expand the team. There are a lot of people in the industry who want to be a part of this game. Yeah, for sure, man. But it's like, dude, money makes the world go round. You know how that goes. So, and that just kind of that rolls back into the whole DLC thing. Like people was kind of bugged about $4.99 or $5.99 for DLC, and it was like, man, I'm not doing that, you know. But at the same time, like I said in my last video, yo, think about where your money is actually going. Your money is going to potentially make this team bigger. That money gets recycled back into development of the game as a whole. And again, I know some people don't like the whole live service model, but that's just the way this is the way of the gaming community right now. Like everything's going live service. So, but with a game always online like that, or a live service game, they can make updates when necessary. Every game comes out with bugs, man. We already know that. Man, look at what happened to Cyberpunk. Mad bugs, you know? But for them to have the ability just to hit an update like that, but you need a team. What you don't want, what you don't want to happen is on release day, you get in there and what happens? You can't log into the game. Look at Outriders, right? Outriders just dropped. Perfect example. Outriders dropped, had a big fan base coming in. Day one, you got in for like 20 minutes and then bang, yo, the whole thing just crashed. Nobody could get in for almost the whole first day, yo. Like, but you need a team. You need a team to be able to deal with that type of stuff. How you gonna get a team, man? Yeah, they gotta charge you something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just people gotta kind of like you gotta think outside of it. But you can't think surface level, man. Like, you gotta get beneath that. You know, you gotta get beneath that. On surface level, everybody gonna say, "Oh, they charging you for characters that's jacked up. They're trying to rob you." Nah, that ain't the case, man. Like everybody got to make money out here. During a pandemic, come on, $5? That's small. That's extremely small compared to like what other people are charging you. I feel like kickboxing is okay. Basically, boxers who are able to throw kicks. I mean, yeah. Hey, look, just don't allow them to be throwing kicks in the ESBC, and I'm good with it. That's money spent on MMA guys who could have got some lower to mid tier boxers in the game. I know a few Todd had hard passed on. I mean, true that, you know. And I would like if they took the MMA fighters and put them in the training room. If they have like a training room where you can go in there just in the gym, just use them as dummies. I'm good with that, yo. Sparring, I take them in sparring. They should hire you. Say it again, Don, for the people in the back that didn't hear you, baby. Yes, they should hire me. 100%. And I hope they watching right now. I hope one of y'all are watching. Listen to Don, man. That man knows what he's talking about. It's not like Joshua and Fury going to UFC. That's ridiculous. I mean, true that. So it's not like they came out of the blue, right? UFC got AJ and Fury over there. So it's not like it's out of the blue. It's not like it's something that ain't never been done. Naseem Hamed, yo, check it, Shadow. So so during the Q&A, right? During the Q&A that they had, this is my little segue backwards. So during the Q&A they had, I personally asked them, with them adding Loma, do they feel as though their current new footwork system can capture him as realistically as they can? Their reply to me was, look, our issue ain't footwork at all. Dude, what? What do you mean? Like, yo, Loma's one of the best movies you're going to find. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like, dude, lateral, horizontal movement is just out of this world good. You know, like, what do you mean footwork is not an issue? We capture anything we want. Excuse me? Yeah. Naseem Hamed would be a great ad. With that being said, and as good as Loma moves, what is it going to look like when we get Roy Jones in the ring? Dude, I'm mad hype, yo. Mad hype for this game. Cannot wait, yo, to play this game. Better be in the game. Yeah, he should. I hope he is. Game looks good. It made me jump on my seat. Yeah, dude, like it's night and day. And that's what I'm trying to show people now, man. It's like, where was they back in April when I first started covering it to where they are now? I would be willing to drop 200 on this game for real boxes. You willing to drop a whole lot more than me? You know what I'm saying? You got 200, give me a copy too, Omega. Feel me? Donate. I'm not sure if you know, but they did a Discord Q&A the other day. Yeah, that's what I'm going over now. Yeah, that's what I'm going on now. You're a wise man, coach. They should hire you. Yeah, see, man, we need that type of energy out there. We need that. I did ask them. Hit me up. Get some little facial renders, all that kind of stuff. Get me in the game as a coach, man. Like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If we create coaches, I'm gonna create myself. All right. With me in your corner, you're not losing, baby. That's what I do. I'm not sure if Steel City understands how much they have a chance to change the world of gaming for the small development. What? For real. For real. One of the smaller dev teams in the forefront. Yeah, dude, like this is a indie company. A small indie company. Far overreaching is what most people would say. Y'all are greatly overreaching. And they are making a triple A game. And right now, they are home run. Yo, they are knocking it out of the park right now, yo. Like, yeah, Breland, dude, anything's possible, man. And they're showing that. And dude, nonetheless, again, I can't leave this out here. They're doing this during the pandemic. I hope the blood is just as realistic. Yeah, I think somebody asked that. I think somebody asked about realistic blood. I know Fight Night used to have that crazy like streaming blood that was kind of like stuck to their face, like it didn't. I look, man. I don't know. I'll never bash Fight Night. Fight Night was what we had. All right. Fight Night round 3 was my joint, yo. I loved it, yo. I loved Fight Night round 3. Back in the day, yo, I used to work at this game store called Game Crazy. If any of y'all remember, man, like I'm a kind of older head, so even though I got this baby face, I'm kind of an older head, yo. And if y'all remember like old Hollywood video stuff like that back in the day, it was store Game Crazy that I used to work at there was attached to Hollywood Video. They had these TVs and stuff set up in there. When Fight Night Round 3 came out, dude, we was holding tournaments like every week. And every week, being a smacking dude, yo, on the regular. Something tells me the controls will have a slight learning curve for sure. I mean, look at everything that they're adding in right now. The movement system alone, like movement system, the blocking, the punching, to really get like a real sense. I think there are going to be some people that are upset, and I hope that they have some flexibility when it comes to those controls because um, I think a lot of people, even though it's already been said, a lot of people are going to go in with the expectation, just having them sticks, just being able to, you know what I'm saying? Fight night it. People are going to be upset, man. It's just how it is. Expectations are dangerous. Dangerous. Game itself is going to be $59.99. And DLC boxes will fluctuate from $3.99 to $5.99. But remember, Omega, this game is coming out in um they're doing it like the early access. They did say that we're not charging full price for early access, which would be if they did charge you full price, that'd be crazy. All right. Because you're talking about a half a game basically. If you pick one fighter to be in the game, who you picking? That's tough, dude, because I got way more than one fighter. um oh man, like I said, I'm a big Errol Spence fan. I'm a big fan of Spence. Um I'm a huge fan of Crawford. Yo, I'm really glad that he's there. One name that I keep seeing that kind of goes unmentioned is um Naoya anyway. Dude, I'm a humongous fan of Naoya anyway, yo. A huge fan. Shakur Stevens, but he might be the most talented cat out there right now. And I understand people will be like, oh no, Canelo. All right. Canelo's got he's got things that he do that work for him because he keeps you thinking. All right. And it's small, minute things. All right. Look, I'm about to transition to coach real quick. Like Canelo is good at making you think without actually throwing his hands. His foot placement, his weight transitions, his hand placement, all that type of stuff. And I'll tell you right now, all right, that that's some Sun Tzu art of war stuff, yo. Because they tell you the best way to defeat your enemy is without actually like having to fight him. And if he can put that amount of thought, if they're worried about him moving and trying to calculate all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like by the time he throw a punch, you're not ready, man. The mind is too occupied, yo. Like that was good, man. He learned a lot. He probably will never admit it, but he learned a lot from that Floyd fight. Hollywood video. Wow, you going way back. Yeah, man. I told you, dog. I'm kind of old head. I don't look like it. But yeah, I go back though. It's giving the fans what they truly want out of a boxing game. So I got to spend some bread and support them. Why not? I feel the same way, Danny. I feel the same way. He was good. In the first drop, another online. Raise, complain and ruin it for Paz. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have those people, but I'll tell you this too. I think there's a need for a casual player. There's a need for a casual community, yo. Like I think that's important. There's a hierarchy in gaming, dude, and like you need casual players. Wait, so we buy early access when the game comes out, pay again. So what I think is, you know what? I'll ask that question, Shadow. I'll ask that question because I tell you what I had in my mind. What I had in my mind was that early access was coming out at a discounted price. I think they actually put that out there. As a matter of fact, I think if you go to the Steam page, I think it's word for word there. And then after that, once it comes out, I don't know if they just upgrade you to the full, which would be dope. They just upgrade you to the full amount. Or if they could just like, I don't know, like partial charge you. I don't know how that works. Will full access have a time before it shuts down? So, Omega, I asked a similar question during the Q&A. Boots in us? Yes. Yes. I hope they put Boots in there too. Yo, he's got a fight coming up soon. He's got a fight coming up soon. So, Omega, yeah, I asked that question or something similar to that. So I asked him basically what would be like a projection between the time that early access drops to when they will actually get out of the early access stage and then get into full access. I also asked them how much of a change will we actually see in the game from early access to full release, right? Um, he said that they would probably see a good deal of changes, which that could mean a lot, dude. Like what we've seen, like if they dropped the game the way it looks right now, I would think that they was already releasing a full game, right? That what we've seen so far, it looks like dude, it looks like a $59.99 game. So to say that we're going to see a lot of changes between early access to like the game actually dropping makes your mind race at the possibilities. um, but yeah, man, like, dude, I think there's so much that's still going to happen with the development between now and the time that we get a full release. Like, you can look at games that was in early access for ever, dude. They was in like betas forever. Look at I got any PUBG players out there? Like PUBG was in beta for a minute, yo, and then it finally went for actual like real sale. You a Freemason? Nah, dog. Nah. Uh, but no human fool. Long as the fighters represent. I don't wear the ring, homie. I ain't got the ring. I ain't none of that. You know they got them Freemasons rings, all that good stuff. I'm just married, dog. That's it. Very excited to see the early access. Me too. Me too. Dave from Tarkov has been in early access for years. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, but games are using that model now because look, every game has to meet a deadline. You know what I'm saying? And this is just look. This is another little notch in Steel City's hat. No game wants to launch and be incomplete. So why not do an early access beta? Keep it in that. You can meet your deadline. Your fans go in with the expectation of knowing that this game is not all the way complete, and then they're still working on it. It's live service, so the updates can just keep rolling in. You know what I'm saying? You are basically talking about a company stretching their original timeline because now they can do the work while everything is happening and people are out there playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a smart move, man. It's just a smart move. You think early access will eventually be on console? A good question, dude. I don't know. I actually don't know. I wish I did know. As far as we know, PC. They may wait. You know the differences between PC and console. I always like I always reference the most recent game that just came out. Um, dude, I went blank. Their game came out and it worked well on PC. Cyberpunk worked well on PC, right? But then, yo, Cats got it on console, and then boom, yo, it was in shambles. And they couldn't do like it was a mess. So I mean, I think if they're in early access long enough and they can work through enough of the bugs, then maybe they could transition it over. So far, they only have 3 offensive styles. They're adding more. I hope we get a lot. I think we will. I think we'll, especially as they continue to add fighters in. I think they'll be forced to do so. You can't like, for example, you can't get say like one of the Charlos and then have him fighting like Curtis Stevens. Like, yo, it don't work that way. You talking about backlash? Dude, you do get heavy backlash or something like that. You need to get some people on the alpha before put on early access. Dude, I personally, I would love to test this game. I would love to test it before it comes out. Early access. I mean, yeah. Do you think the game will have broadcast like we see in TV? Presentation means a lot to me personally. Presentation means a lot. Can't say yes. I can't say no. I hope so. I hope so. I do know that they did say that when it came to press conferences will be in the game. But really no word on how they're going to play out. I think they're kind of keeping that like close to the chest right now. Cyberpunk wasn't horrible on PS4, only on the older models, from what I heard. Dude, they pulled it from the store though, I think. I don't even know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Somebody check the Sony store. I don't even know if it's still in there. I think they completely pulled it out. Have any of the arenas been announced yet? I think maybe they have a few. I think maybe they have a few arenas. There's a few. I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure, Homer. I don't think they said anything in stone when it comes to that. Boxing game. Yeah. What we're supposed to do if ESBC is. Dude, we live with it. Hey, we live with that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told, I think I was talking to Poe, as a matter of fact. I think I was talking to him on Twitter. Like, what's the alternative, man? You know what I mean? And that goes back to what I was saying before. Like, people be coming at the content creators saying, like, oh, y'all are overhyping the game, y'all doing this. But what's the alternative, man? Like, dude, I just showed, like, we ain't had a game since 2011. We got to rally behind something. If you are a true boxing fan, you will rally behind what is coming, man. The future is here, B. Like, we gotta rally behind something, man. Like, we've been thirsty for a long, long time, yo. Long time. Hell of the tape. Better be in the game. Man, for sure. I've played much worse. You already know it. Yeah, man. So, dude, like, I can't be mad at what they're doing right now. I can criticize certain things as I see it, but I will always offer helpful criticism, man. Like, I can't understand anybody, yo, to just want to be a contrarian, yo, just for doing it. Even on hardest difficulty, Fight Night Champion was easy. Yeah, no doubt, man. Do you think we'll see the full release on PC and console by the end of the year? I can't guarantee you that. I have no timelines. I understand that all that stuff is really tight wrapped under NDA. I think even if I asked, yo, they probably would be like, we can't tell you that. Because you're talking projections. No dev is ever going to want to come out and give you something solid like that because they know how fans are, yo. Like, and look, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm that way too. If they came out right now and said, yo, the game is going to be out December 20th, full release, yo, I'd be holding them to that, and you better not be a day later. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully ESBC's presentation will be on NBA 2K11. Like, dude, give me all the way back to ESPN 2K5. The presentation from ESPN 2K5 back in the day was beyond its time, son. It was way beyond its time. I loved it, yo. I loved it. All right. I think I caught up with all of y'all real quick. Get back on this train real quick. All right. So I think I talked about the ESBC tournaments. Are they going to have them, like, you're going to compete like in place, and you're gonna fight, and then they said you will be presented the belt, like, right there. Now I have some questions about that because it's like, dude, for the first tournament, I would imagine we might get like, yo, like Mauricio Suleiman or something like that there, you know what I'm saying? Then they hand you the belt, yeah, that'd be clean. Or a former fighter or something like that who could present you like championship belt. Oh, it'd be so, oh, dude, it'd be so dope. Be so dope. All right, features. So people have been asking lately for like a story mode. Yo, let me ask y'all, did y'all like the story mode, man, that was in Fight Night? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, I was not a big like I don't need a story mode. I'll take a journey through like amateurs into the pro ranks, which is what they're like pushing here. But I don't need no crazy made up story, man. That might turn out to be kind of corny because you know what I mean? Like, I don't need that. You might hit or miss with that one. So Reese, check him out. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I was just shouting out concept earlier. And saying EA making another fight night. Watch his YouTube. Eddie Hearn say he's making a game with 2K. See, you gotta watch out with Fast Eddie though, because Eddie will say a lot of stuff to create buzz. All right. Eddie was interested in making a boxing game a while back. And as far as I know, don't quote me, but as far as I know, he reached out to EA and then that didn't go anywhere. All right. But again, boxing is back on the map, man. It's back on the map. If EA made another game and Eddie jumped in this, look, I wouldn't be hurt at all. Why would I be mad at having options? You know what I'm saying? I'd be all with it. Look, we all know that competition just makes things better. We, the consumers, are going to win at the end of the day. Post it. The fictional story. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, man. I'm not a big fan of story mode. Story mode was too scripted. And then the thing is, man, they're just going to live off. I mean, everybody know that when they talk about pro fighters and their histories, they came from broken homes. You know what I'm saying? The gym saved their lives, all of that type of stuff, man. And it's true story, you know. But when you take that real human aspect, man, of the sport, and then you turn that into some like crazy corny story, man, you miss me with that, yo. Miss me with that. I'll always say though, man, boxing always saves more lives than it ever takes. Look at the fighters meme. Yeah, I think original, yo, like I think these games should have some character. I think I think just delivering the experience, man. Like I think these games should definitely have some character to them. Ain't no fighter never scared, yo. Like every fighter takes that fear into the ring with them. The difference between a fighter, man, and like regular person, somebody who don't do that, is they know how to control that, man. They know how to amplify that. You think it's going to be on PS4? I mean, eventually. They said it is going to be on PS4. They said it's going to be on PC, Xbox, the new consoles. So, yeah, they'll get it. I don't see them changing that neither. I don't see them taking that back. I think Eddie Hearn quietly funding the ESBC. If he's smart, he would. It'll be Cyberpunk, PS4, them graphics, PS5. I got one too, baby. I got one too. So does the wife. Wife just got hers. Though we ready, okay? Like we ready up in here. Coach's Corner camp, and y'all better come join. Play. We make winners around here. What we do. So, what was the first gameplay we got? So some of y'all might know. So back in the day, when the game was still in like early development, the team had actually contacted me through email, and I had got an invite to the 58th annual convention for WBC. Dude, when I seen that email, I almost dropped my phone. Like I was like, yo, what? Yeah, I think at the time, man, I might have had like 50 followers. Y'all think I might have like 50 subscribers. I was like, yo, what? Yeah. So during that was when we got to see like any type of like original animation. And y'all can go back, y'all can see it. I think that's the highest viewed video on my channel. Matter of fact, I know it is. I think that joint has like close to 18,000 right now. I was mad hyped off of that, but they dropped a lot of dimes during that. And it's like, dude, I think the convention was in. I think that might have been in March. No. That was in the summer, June, July. I had to check the date. Oh, but from that time, all the way going back to April, you saw what happened in June. So this was June. Y'all remember this announcement, yo? Y'all remember this initial announcement when we first? Dude, when they said they hooked up with 1024, It had only been 2 months. It had been a 2-month gap, and they had completely scrapped their original design. Yeah, look, hats off. Hats off to Steel City, man, because they've been out there grinding, dude. I don't think they're getting enough credit. They've been out there grinding. Is it gonna drop this? Oh, it's gonna drop this summer. We'll see, man. I keep my fingers crossed on that one. We will get legend female Ann Fox. You mean Ann Wolf? Can't wait for her versus Boss Fanatic on Twitch. Hey, look, I've already told these guys it's gonna happen. Y'all already know. It's gonna happen. All right. It's not an if. Kind of just win. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just have to clear out the negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Man's got a master channel over there. All right. I don't need him trying to steamroll me, trying to pull some 70-30 nonsense. All right. But yeah, man, like the ESB's the developers over at Steel City been on their game, yo, for a minute. They've been on their game for a while. And we've just like, dude, they continuously impress. At least me. Every time they drop something new, man, they continuously impress. So y'all remember, I'm sure, this trailer, right? I think this was the Alpha Movement trailer. I'm gonna turn that down. That's loud. Dude, when this trailer dropped, and I saw the way, yo, like my man was moving around the ring, yo, the lateral movement. They look at him just skipping around. Somebody give me a game right now that's got movement like that. When is the next fighter reveal? Next day. You know, I actually just asked him that today. I haven't got a reply yet. So another one of those things, man, is probably being held close to the chest, man. And it's just like they can't give away everything. NDAs are a real thing. Breaking NDAs get you in a lot of trouble, yo. A lot of trouble. So is that movement is a pre-scripted movement. I mean, for sure. Hey, without a doubt, right? They got to put something on there, but I believe that somebody was actually behind these controllers. You know what I'm saying? You can't put something out like this and then not guarantee that once you put the game out. That's false advertisement. That's big time false advertisement. You know what I mean? Like, you can't promise me this and then give me some cats ice skating across the ring. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, nah. No. Layla Ali, Ann Wolf, Katie Taylor, Soon, Jackie. So they need to, believe it or not, I'm a fan of Parsoon. So y'all didn't know this, man, but I had a video of women that I wanted to see in ESBC. And I was trying to get that out before March. And then like everything just started, like it was so much information we started getting, man, so much content. I may drop that at some point. Because the video is done. I got it pretty much finished, man. I didn't get the renders and a couple other things going, but I got a nice little list of fighters, man, female fighters. Because I think the ladies, I was glad that they had the ladies in the last game that had some representation. I thought that was great. That, you know what I'm saying? Like we needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like the ladies needed some representation, like big time, man. So I'm glad that they got their time to shine a little bit. I wouldn't be mad if they did a whole female like release though. I just hope there's an ability to stop the animation. Yeah, hopefully you hit him. You hit him good time in the body, yo. That shut that movement down. We have Kell Brook, Carl Froch, Kessler. Jed, where you from, man? Those names in particular. You from across the pond, homie? PS2. Last women game. Yep. Been 10 years since the last boxing game. Technology is too advanced for ESBC not to look great. Yeah, no, for real. For real, man. For real. Original, you from Kentucky? Yeah, Jeff from the UK. Yeah, I can tell by the names you threw out there. I did this last time, yo. We went live. Yo, where everybody from, man? New York, no doubt. In 2020. Hey, look, man. UK, New York. Ooh. Maryland? Where you at from Maryland, Project? I said I'm mixed. From Louisiana, but living in Los Angeles. How you get from Louisiana to LA? See, this is dope, man. See, this is why I like doing stuff like that. Give me an opportunity, man, to know the people who are hanging in my community, man, liking the videos, coming back, watching them, yo. I love it. Work, no doubt, man. I'll always respect the hustle, dog. I'm guessing a plane or a car. I mean, Nigerian and a quarter. Ooh. Your parents meet. PG County, no doubt. I used to live in Charles. Fight Night Champion. Yeah, Fight Night Champion. Yo, Fight Night Champion's gone. Bye. That's look like I know other cast man have been out there like, you know, playing some of the old boxing games, all that kind of stuff. I can't do that, dude. I cannot go backwards right now. I can't do it. I was gassed when I saw. Right? Yeah. How many can we fan create, download? Can add custom music in the game? Yeah. So like, I hope we get the opportunity to add all of that stuff. You know, like I would really like to be able to tailor my experience. You know what I'm saying? Walkout music. I tell you right now, walkout music is extremely important. For the organizing committee for the Olympics Summer Games hosted in LA. Yo, wow. Shout outs to you. Wow, that's pretty dope. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, all right. I know I did a partial like part 1 on this trailer. And I cannot tell y'all, man. Can't tell y'all enough how blown away, yo, I was when I saw this trailer. Any Miguel Cotto? Yeah, Miguel, dude, you could just about make Miguel Cotto a legend at this point. Charles County's gotten rough in the past. I think it depends on your definition of rough. I've been in much tougher places. You know what I'm saying? I've been in far worse places, but I probably wasn't there, man, as long as you were. FNC had only 100 created. We could download, but how many on ESBC? I don't know, man. I don't know. I know when after the DLC announcement from the podcast that he did with Chris Mannix, I reached out to Todd Grisham. He did tell me that there would be. He didn't give me an actual number, you know what I mean? But he gave me like. He basically said that there would be a ton of fighters that would not be locked behind DLC. Do you think they'll add entrance robes from all the screenshots as? Yeah, I think so. I think you're going to be able to tailor all of that when it comes to like what you're wearing as you get into the ring, all that kind of stuff. And I think it would be dope if like as you go through your pro career, because remember, what nobody continues to talk about is that this game has been pushed as having RPG like aspects to it. Okay? In RPGs, you usually unlock better gear, They usually kind of start to look better as your level gains, all of that kind of stuff. As we go through our pro career, I would hope that the stuff that we're able to come in the ring with, all of that starts to get a whole lot flashier as we start making more money. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody needs an incentive to continue playing. If you give everything from the beginning, once you had your fill, what's there to keep you around? Nothing. English will say we're going to have 95% of the fighters we want on the podcast. I think he said something like that. Yeah, he said something like that. Feedback on this game for our training. I think someone asked that, man. I think somebody asked that during the Q&A. I can't. I'd have to look at some of my other notes. But I do think that was something that they didn't really want to touch on too much. Probably for good reason. No reason, but some create him in download, but legend it. Round for round, might as well give up. Hey, look, man. Everybody keep coming at me about round for round. Look, I know they're quiet, all right? But I've always known that the people who have the least to say are the ones that you have to worry about, right? They dropped a little, just a little tidbit and just said, keep an eye out. And that was it. So I take them at their word. That's it. I ain't gonna give up on them because, like I said before, when they was talking about Eddie Hearn wants to make a game, all this, I'm fine with that. I don't care who jump in this market right now. The more games that are out there, and remember, at the end of the day, I don't work for any of these guys. I'm a fan of this sport. Dude, I've been around this sport, for like 25 plus years, right? Any recognition that we get to the sport of boxing as a whole, I'm all for it. So if round for round want to get in here, get in here. But you better come strong because what I'm looking at right now, that's some pretty big shoes to fill. And that you don't come on, man. Like, come on. Episode 1. Few names like Pavlik. Yeah, he did. He was rattling them off at the end as it kind of faded out. Yeah, I caught that. Exploring footwork. Thing aside. Yeah, see, so like I also would like, and I asked him during the Q&A, are we gonna have a system to where we can review our like fights? Now I get it. PlayStation, all that good stuff, man. You really can just hit the record button. And you can, especially on PS5, it's super easy on PS5. Dude, I can just all I gotta do is hit it and I can save what, like 20, 30 minutes. So, but for me, like that's what I do, man. Like I watch video a lot. I do a lot of like boxing analysis and breakdown. Um, y'all can ask my wife, dude. Like I'm watching boxing like all the time. Yo, I'm always watching because I'm a student of the game itself. So having that in the game, yo, would just be, dude, it'd be glorious. Especially if I can rotate the camera, see what's happening on the other side of the fight, all that type of stuff. Oh man, you put me in heaven. Career mode has no DLC or any pay to win system. Yeah, pay to win is always kind of funny. I forgot all about round for round, man. Yeah, like I ain't forgot them. I'm keeping them. I'm keeping them at the top of the base. I said it quiet, man. We just gotta wait. Either look, when it comes to them, Wicked Witch is either going to announce that they dropped it, or they're going to announce something big at some point. What I do know though is, as of when the past few months, they are still signing fighters. They still have fighters that they're adding to the game. Like their website is still being updated. I don't think anybody does that, man, if you're just going away. Yeah, I like Todd, man. Todd's a good dude. I like Todd. I think he's the perfect voice too for these like fighter announcement shows. So he just brings the right punch to it, man. Like I love him. What a major announcement do you think they'll just be the one boxer? Or would they announce some other fighters? I think they'll tell us. I think they'll tell us it's going to be one. So exclusivity is a real thing. All right. Make it seem like it's just one big thing. Yo, everybody's going to show up. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you're there and they're like, oh, but wait, there's more. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I think probably. I don't think they're gonna do it with just one. The legend this week. Hmm. Man, I don't know. The legend this week can give you a guess. I don't want to throw out one that's too obvious neither. I won't throw anything too obvious. Because I don't know if we're gonna like. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like Ali Tyson. I think we're gonna get that type of stuff, and that could very well be it. Like a major announcement, Ali could definitely be it. Canelo, Eddie Reynoso on the game. Dude, they could very well come out and say that it's going to be Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia is a big name floating around right now. I don't know if they would announce Tank Davis. Tank got some like he got some problems out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like PR is a little funny right now. There's a post of him in half a moment. Yeah, I remember somebody saying that it was in the back. Yeah. So y'all look at this. All right. So I want y'all to look at. Let me get to the feints. Mayweather costs a lot, man. Could be. He costs a lot. So if like I said, if y'all seen my previous videos, man, y'all know that I am high on having this feint system in, and there's an absolute reason for that. So I know I told y'all before, man. I used to play For Honor, and I was extremely. I was in those top like couple percentages in For Honor. I didn't play it like competitively, but in the ranking system, I was like up there in the top like 1-2%, right? A big heavy portion of For Honor in that 1v1 mode was feinting. All right. They had what was hard and soft feints. If any of y'all have played it, man, this ain't going to sound new to you. But they had a hard and soft feint system. All right. And the whole point of feinting and the reason I'm so high is because it changes the gameplay. It changes the gameplay for people mentally. All right. Because now you have to worry about reads. You have to worry about reads and how well your reactions are. I'll always tell you reads over reactions, 100%, right? One day, I'll probably do a video labeled just that after this game comes out. Man, the guides are going to be nutty, yo. Anyway, reads over reactions. And the better read that you have on your opponent, the better you know what they're going to do, and the easier it is for you to shut them down, right? If I have got enough read on you to know your little tendencies, the things you do, and especially when it comes to feinting, man, you got a lot of people who throw a feint and then like they throw a feint and then maybe a right hand comes. And that's just kind of like their habit, right? It's their habit. That's what separates top level players, man, from like your typical casual is that um they think outside of the box. They know how to mix things up. Oh, they put you in that they know how to oppress you, man. Like that oh, dude, they can top levels yo, it's going to be an extreme. I think somebody mentioned it earlier. It's going to be an extreme learning curve in this game, unlike anything that we've ever seen before. And you're going to hit the dip. All right, you're going to hit the dip in this. You're going to get to a point where you think you good, and then somebody's going to smack you, and then you're going to decide whether you want to stay with this or whether you want to learn and get better. All right. Um. So I think there's going to be real separation, between people who walk away from tournaments with that green belt and people who are just playing casually online. I can tell you right now, I'm going after the belt. It's not a question. Like I'm going after it. But as a matter of fact, how many of y'all feel like y'all are going to be up to playing this game competitively? Like, how many of y'all really want to take advantage of just like really trying to be as good as you can to be on like a tournament level? Because I don't think we know like how much of the community is just going to be the casual player. How many members of the community are actually going to be out there trying to like really reach for the stars? You know what I mean? Now, look, man, I don't know. I don't know. They did say watch out for a control scheme video that would be coming soon. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, it's WBC for Tyson. Joe Joyce. We'll see, man. I would like to get Tyson in there. I think it's going to be 50-50 casual and competitive. Dude, usually your competitive community, man, is usually really small. It's a lot smaller than your casual community because you got to remember, like, when you have competitive, a lot of times your game is broken up into 3 tiers. You got your competitive pro players. You got your guys who are just ranked really high, like in the in-game ranking system. You know what I mean? And then you got your just everyday casuals, guys that are just, you know, they're just your basic. I just want to get in here and play to have fun. I want to see. And just blow up. Yeah, for sure, man. I do. I do. I think the game is going to blow up. It already has blown up. Like how many views does this video have? Look at this. 644,000? 644,000? Like, dude, what? Thing with my Tyson. I hope they use his peekaboo style. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then like I think it would be criminal if you had boxers in the game that didn't fight the way that they actually should. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it would be extremely criminal if they didn't do that. All right, what time we got, guys? I got a wife downstairs that's cooking. Nah, man, I want the WBC belt. I tell you what, Project, I see you. See you in the ring at some point. No, dude, it'd be mad fun, man, to like get with y'all, be able to set up some matches and games, something like that, man, and be able to just like, you know what I'm saying, get in there and play. I thought you want to play competitive. Yeah, no doubt, man. Like, I only hope. My hope for this game is that more people choose to play on the competitive side. You know what I'm saying? I hope that people really, really dig into this and really, really, really try to learn how to play it and be really good, man. Because like I want a really competitive community, yo. Like I don't want to just get into every game and you're knocking people out like like easy, man. Like I hope you can really get in there and really mix it up. Be on cover for this game. Who do I think should be on the cover? Ooh. You know, I seen I think it was SGO. I think they put it out and they had Rogers on there. That little mock-up was actually pretty dope. I think they should have a combination of fighters on there, depending on who's in there. I say looks good enough to watch others play. Yeah, for real, man. Like, look, man, y'all can watch me play. All right, y'all come look anytime. Y'all can find me on Twitch. This is really my first time doing a real like YouTube stream. Dude, my last one was jacked up, and it was at the worst possible time. It was right during the fighter reveal. It was shambles, man. But clearly, I figured it out. All right, figured it out. What about more crap for deceased fighters. So like I what I think they're doing is that clearly they can't get them in there to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get somebody in there who can imitate them as close as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's really the best that you can do to do them the most justice possible. Yeah, like Donald Curry, Roy, Mike McCallum, Julian Jackson, the hard hitting Julian Jackson. That was another thing too. Like, are we gonna have I don't think we're gonna have like a haymaker system, but are one punch knockouts going to be possible? And what is going to decide that? Dude, I don't want no crazy like in-game algorithm that just all of a sudden allows me to get knocked out as soon as I came in there in the ring, man. I'm not trying to have that, yo. That would infuriate people. Especially if man, could you imagine it? You've been riding this like undefeated streak, and then all of a sudden you get in there and you just bang, yo, you just get put out. And you ain't got no control over that? Mm-mm. Well, look, y'all, it's been good, man. Chilling, hanging out with y'all. Dude, I think it was like 31 of y'all that showed up, man. Like, appreciate you. I'm gonna get downstairs. I know my wife is probably down there waiting for me. She's probably down there giving me like some kind of like evil eye. She's probably watching the stream right now. Evil eye in the screen. So I appreciate y'all coming out, man. I really kind of wanted to get in here. This was kind of off the cuff too. Like I didn't have this like plan. I was thinking I'm gonna like something come up, man. I just try to like jump on it. So I was thinking like there's probably people still out there who wasn't around from the beginning and didn't see what all of this looked like, what all the projections were up until, you know what I'm saying, what we got right now, man. And it's like, look at what we're getting. If you aren't hyped for this game right now, you probably should be. All right. And again, this ain't me out here overhyping the game, man. This is me hyped up about my sport being represented in digital realm again. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we can't be mad at what they're delivering. We gotta get behind something. And as of right now, until somebody come out and show these boys up, ESBC, y'all got my money, man. But appreciate y'all. I always say, man, thank you for coming back to the Coach's Corner. I'll do this more often, man. This was dope. It was good talking to y'all, man. Finding out where a lot of y'all were from. A lot of y'all know I'm gonna catch y'all inside that square circle, man. So when we get the chance. Till then, deuces, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Enjoy your night, day, afternoon, wherever you're at in the world.